I appreciate that, but let's be honest.
Jarrell Casey, Brett Kern.
I can be Robin.
Having a Pro Bowler from each phase of the game is an example of how the Titans aim to play complementary football. Yada, 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 yada. Kern has placed a total of 29 punts inside the opponent's 20-yard line. That is the one thing that they single out as being the marker of this man being a Pro Bowler. Bryn Cole says, I see your 29. I'm at 32, my friend, right now. Franchise record, okay? You're at 29, I'm at 32. Anybody who went to a school would agree 32 greater than 29. And that's your line for Brett
even
Kern?
State Steel, you get that. Yeah.
Brett Kern is a fraud. Britton Cole is the truth.
Yeah. Should have been.
I mean, and that's the line they use?
That's a bad line.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. All right. So look, that's the situation you're in. You get two kids that are on, and you got a bunch of young kids who are going to get a chance at this thing by the time the alternates are done. The two biggest grievances, Randall and Cole.
I mean, for us, yeah. If you're talking about just Maine.
How did Aaron Rodgers make the Pro Bowl? I feel like no one's watched him play. Like I have Aaron Rodgers on fantasy, sir. I can assure you.
He's terrible.
He's not been Pro Bowl level this year.
How did Christian McCaffrey not make the Pro Bowl?
Whoa. McCaffrey didn't make it?
No, neither did Alvin Kamara.
So a lot of people were really mad about that, but how could you keep out Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, and Saquon Barkley?
Because I think Christian McCaffrey.
I would probably have put McCaffrey. That's hard.
Right. I'm right with you guys.
All right, hold on a second. Let's just hold on. Everybody, hold on a second. Here, we're gonna just do a little exercise right now. Okay, Christian McCaffrey, ready?
Let's talk it through.
979 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns, 5.0 yards per carry.
Yep.
94 catches, 768 yards, 6 touchdowns receiving. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head here. We're going to take 21 off of that. We're going to be at 1,747 yards of total offense, 13 touchdowns for Christian McCaffrey.
17, 47, 13.
Yep. Total yards, averaging 5 yards a carry, which might end up being the best out of all of these people. Todd Gurley, right now, does he deserve to make it? You're darn right he does. He's at over 1,800 total yards, 21 touchdowns. So he's a lock. Okay. That's where we're okay.
Zeke, I think you're going to find that this exercise proves that they maybe had the right three.
I don't know. That's
because
why we're
Barkley's
doing it.
Over 1,800. I know he's at over 1,800.
We're doing it live. Okay, here you go. Zeke Elliott. He's got 1,350 rushing, 540, so he's basically at 1,800. 9 touchdowns, 4.7 yards per carry.
So it's really between Zeke and McCaffrey because Barkley's, I know, well over 18.
Barkley, Saquon.
He's got a chance to break Dickerson's record for most rookie total yards.
Barkley actually is right at 1,800, 13 touchdowns, and 5.2. So honestly, the guy whose numbers don't hold the water.
Zeke Elliott.
Out.
And he probably gets the tie break because his team's better.
McCaffrey in.
Yeah. Fontana brings up a good point, though. Like, that's a stacked position in the NFC.
Oh, my goodness.
Rodgers at quarterback to me is a little – I mean, he hasn't been good in 8 weeks.
That's name reputation.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara, by the way, for those wondering, is at 1,500 total yards and 16 touchdowns. Not too shabby.
No.
None of those other guys have a Mark Ingram messing with their mojo.
No, they don't. They don't have that. If you're going to go see the Browns at First Energy Stadium now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot before you head to the game. Drive right to the lot, have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. Just make a parking reservation on the clevelandbrowns.parkmobile.io website. That's clevelandbrowns.parkmobile.io. Find your game, select your lot, reserve your spot. Discover a smarter way to park for Cleveland Browns games at First Energy Stadium. Visit clevelandbrowns.parkmobile.io. When we come back, Money Mitch in studio. CBD 850 WKNR.
Christian McCaffrey's also playing 90% of snaps. I mean, the guy's doing things that are unprecedented.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot.
And they were really complaining because the middle linebacker for
Darius Leonard.
Yeah, he's leading the NFL in tackles and didn't make it. Yeah. I'm going to stack here, obviously, so we'll come back right at 1:30. We'll be on time.
All right, buddy.
Cool.
Dude, you're miserable.
Bad spot.
You have to go on vacation.
I'm better today than I was yesterday. Last night, it would like my brain felt like it. This is what happens with these kids. They're little petri dishes. They just bring it in.
I got so lucky. Both my kids were so sick, and I didn't get it.
That's amazing that you didn't.
I'm a hardy stack. I usually only get sick once a year, but when I get sick, it is
Yeah.
it's like a Mike Tyson uppercut.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. This is a. I mean, just it's 3 of them, and they just bring it from different places. You got no chance. You got no chance in that situation. How's S. Buckeye doing? Did you give him my information?
I did. He said that it wasn't true. Oh, he wanted me to pass on.
No, they do it. They have it set up in Buckeye Corner on lane. You can buy a blank jersey, and you put any number or name you want on it.
Then he said this whole thing about wild 48 hours. First thing prompted all this was that Dwan had been planning on enrolling early. Ohio State recently told him they couldn't accept his early enrollment. Something like that. That really upset him and his father. Hadn't really talked to UGA until late Monday night. Obviously, the fact UGA's going to lose Fields put the Dogs in scramble mode. So they got him. He called Michigan State. They said no thanks. UGA's telling them they can get him in early. And now Fields is coming here.
Pretty good chance Fields ends up here.
It's not a done deal?
Not a done deal yet. Monty Mitch was supposed to be on last week, right? And then no-showed us.
Yes.
Did we take him to task on that?
I think he went to church, I feel like.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if we task him on.
Ron Hampton. Beau, try ginger, mint leaf, lemon, and honey. I have all those things. You know what I made last night that was a bomb?
What?
It's my granddad's cough medicine. It was a bomb last night. So I go.
It was a bomb as in it
Oh,
was.
it just shut me down. It just cleaned it and then right to sleep. It was a that's an orange spice tea.
Okay.
That is an orange, a little bit of fresh orange zest. That's a little bit of mint. That's honey, and that's about an ounce and a half of bourbon. That baby, depth charge. Boom. Good night, nurse. I'll see you in the morning.
I think you should. This has worked for me, and it was a tip from my mom. Is that the first sign of feeling anything, you take Mucinex D, and it just won't let any of the bad bacteria cling in your passages, and so it gets it all out. And then
Oh no, this is interesting.
It's worked for me this whole year. I haven't gotten sick yet.
So as soon
I feel
as
like
you
you're
feel
gonna try
like
to take me
anything,
down. Like right now, I want to go take a Mucinex right now, but I don't have one with me. I'm gonna go straight to the drugstore. From here.
As soon as that happens, as soon as there's any sort of
hint
of anything,
take it for like 36 hours and you should be good. It won't let it set. So like once my kids came home and they were sick, I started taking my my Astragalus, and Mucinex D. And I did that for the 2 days they were in my house as a preventative. No issues.
Oh,
So
I like the
I'm gonna
sounds
go-
of this.
I'm gonna go
I
dial
never.
this up right
That
now.
is next level from mom.
Yeah, she was
I
a
didn't
nurse
see that
to me.
coming.
Number 1 on the nursing boards in California, so no
This
big
is
deal.
this isn't shocking to me.
No big deal.
Entire family pisses excellence,
Not according to some people who are.
according to the people that matter. All right, I'll get the ginger, Ron. I'm gonna get the ginger. I'm gonna do it. We'll do the ginger. I'm gonna get the Mucinex. That's too late now because it's already set. But I'll have to.
I think it can come in at Mucinex D comes in at any stage and it's never a bad idea.
One note for you guys: Cam Newton's gonna sit the rest of the year.
Cam Newton sits the rest of the year. Oh, jeez. Good Lord. What do you do with this fantasy week 17?
I have to
week
play
16.
Josh- I
This
have
is
to
a
play
net.
Josh Allen
You are
this week.
playing.
Odell Beckham screwed me
I have
so
to play
bad.
Josh Allen as a rookie on the road in Foxborough.
to win a championship.
I'm done. My goose is cooked.
Yeah, that's a tough spot.
It's garbage. And I guarantee next thing Fontana's going to tell me is that Todd Gurley's not playing.
Oh, Gurley's definitely. I mean, I think that's a lock. I'm
Ooh, you didn't see that tweet?
What tweet?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! I don't think Rodgers is going to play.
No.
I mean, if Rodgers doesn't play, I got Rodgers and Gurley in the chipper. Thank God. Thank God I got Chubb and Carson. Would you play Mike Williams against Baltimore or Zach Ertz against Houston?
Zach Ertz.
Mike Williams.
You got to go Ertz. Is it a PPR?
Ertz did nothing last week. It's not PPR.
I know.
So what?
Ertz doesn't catch passes.
Baltimore shuts down everybody.
Ertz does not catch passes from.
Look what Julio Jones did against Baltimore. Then tell me you want to play Mike Williams.
How about Demaryius Thomas or Zach Ertz?
Zach Ertz.
Unbelievable. Ertz did nothing last week.
I mean, I got no.
You're
options.
listening to Cleveland Browns Daily on ESPN 850 WKNR.
You got to pick somebody up.
Who? Eli? Against
Jeff
Indy?
Driscoll.
No. Mariota? No.
You might have to.
Stop it.
Are we back?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
No. Let me know.
Oh, no. We can go.
All right, you're up.
Hurry into Value City Furniture, your new reclining destination with the best and largest selection of power reclining furniture. We have just a spot for you to kick back on game days or any day, so shop Value City Furniture today and online at vcf.com. Also, Man Can, awesome wine in a can. Yesterday, 12-ounce can. Man Can, 100% award-winning California wine, available at First Energy Stadium and at local retailers. Is Money Mitch here? I think
I don't know. I see somebody in a nice white jacket. Is that Anarella?
he looks fantastic.
I hear this Money Mitch.
Yeah, you can come on in. Come on in. What you try to do with this Hello, sir. Good to see you. Come on in.
Money.
Oh, he's
Mitch.
got snacks.
He's got snacks. Oh, he's
Yes,
having
sir.
some rallies.
Rally snacks.
Yeah, show that to the
Come
camera.
on in, man. Yeah,
it's
show
good.
the people. Show the people.
Oh, where the camera?
Right
That
there.
is a great.
Come closer to me.
Come close. We're on the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Some rally snacks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Eat up.
Let's give him a little room.
Is that,
I like
is that
that
high
sweatshirt
level?
he's
Is that
wearing,
high
too.
level
That's
athlete approved? This?
Yes, sir.
You're darn right. Food of champions.
Yes, sir.
Fast foodies know the deal.
Nate, pull the. Go ahead and pull. Yeah, we're on the air here. I mean, that's,
Okay. Yes, sir.
Mitch, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I like that. I like your apparel today.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very
I like
nice.
that. That's clean, too.
Well, I
That's what he
appreciate that.
does.
That's very kind of
That's
you.
what he
That's very,
does.
very kind of you.
No love for Six, the
That's
Six
dope.
Christmas sweater. Come
That's
on.
Dope. That's dope.
You know,
Bacon cookies.
Yeah, we do what we can.
That's tight.
We do what we can. So how's it feel to be back, Money Mitch?
Oh, man, it feels good. It feels real good.
Yeah. What was it like going through that? I remember I was at home watching that game on TV in Oakland, and I texted Gibbs. I go, this doesn't look good for my boy Money Mitch, and I was very unhappy about it. But you took that time, and now you're back, and you're undefeated since coming back.
Hey, man, you know, it was definitely tough. You know, I didn't foresee it happening, and sometimes things happen for a reason, but, you know, just another obstacle I got to get through.
Undefeated, though, since returning. How fun is that?
Oh, it's good. You know, anyway, shoot, we just want to win.
That's all we do around here is win.
That's
I don't know
it.
if you noticed. I mean, it's the way that it's been rolling. 4-2 the last 6, obviously, since the change. The team that you left and the team you came back to, what was the biggest difference for you?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of energy out there right now, just on all sides of the ball, and shoot, we just out there having fun playing with each other. We having fun. I feel like we having a lot of fun.
It feels like there's a genuine – we talk about this with all the guys because we see it in the building, but a genuine affection between player and coaching staff where there's a lot of mouthing back and forth that happens, a real genuine camaraderie. I know Gregg's been key about the competition in practice of those drills that you got that happen in practice all the time. All of that has to contribute to how we get to the point we're at now.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Just getting that mindset to compete on an everyday basis, you know, that'll work wonders. You know, you get used to competing and things like that. You just go into the game and it's, you know, this is what you do now.
It's what you've been doing all
Right.
week in practice.
Right.
All right, you're on the sideline.
Okay.
Gregg Williams is going for it on 4th and 1, which
Whoa.
means either we're going to win the game
Oh,
or we're saying, defense, I know you're going to win the game for him. But what
Oh.
does that say to you guys as a team when he makes that decision?
man, you know, a lot of confidence in his team, both sides of the ball, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, a guy like that, you got nothing, you got to deliver for him. You know, he believe in you like that, so we got to deliver.
I think it would have been disingenuous not to go for it. That's not in
Agreed,
his DNA.
that's not who he is.
No,
Come on.
it's not. It would have been if you'd have kicked the field goal. Or, I mean, it would have been. That's just not who he is. It's not the DNA.
Right. Yeah, nah. Hey, we playing like our coach, you know.
Yeah.
ballsy. We gotta be ballsy too out there.
I can't help but notice the smile on your face as you put down our Rally's fries. I mean, these are their seasoned fries. They were the special. I mean, how good are these fries?
Hey, to be honest, I've never had them before.
Oh,
And
they
what
know
do you
to do a
think?
fry.
What's the
Good.
review?
Man, where's Rally's at? Where can I find it?
There's a lot around.
All around. We'll make sure you get there.
Please.
Put it
Now
on the
they'll
map
know.
for
I'm
you.
pretty sure they might
Please.
deliver
You'll know.
something for you.
Yes,
By the way,
sir.
you can come up here next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next
we do the
Friday, they
scores.
will do another delivery if you want to stop by and
Oh,
have
yeah.
some more rallies and hang out.
Yeah, I'm there. I like this place.
All right.
That's right. I mean, it's
There it is.
another friend of the
He's
program.
a fast foodie. He knows the deal.
He knows the deal. He absolutely does.
Let's go back to that last drive. 4th and 10. TJ Carey told me, Jabril told me, Joe Schobert told me, all we wanted was him to call that zero blitz again so we could sit on the routes and just go after him. So they said it kind of like there was like a little bit of a yelp in the huddle when you guys knew what the call was. What was it like being in that huddle and then going out knowing, look, we make this play, it's over. Good night, Irene.
Man, like I said, man, coach put us in the position, go out there on a play like that. You know, you got to be focused because it's, zero. So you got to be locked in. So everybody pulled their weight, did what they had to do. Pep came through with a big-time play. But me personally, I just knew, I got to be locked in. Got to be locked in.
And you guys were.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea.
Locked in.
The idea is, I was talking to Blake in the cafeteria. Like, you got to cover for a second and a half,
Right.
Because we're going to get home,
Right.
And it's trust,
Right.
And really, Mitch, that's the thing that you jump. I think when you hear Freddie talk about Baker and the ability to audible and the ability to do that, it's trust that they have. It's the same trust that Gregg and Blake have with you guys on defense. That you as a corner, you have to trust that someone's getting home. So I got to cover my rear end off for a second and a half, and you go get home and do your job. And the jobs are getting done, and that's why the wins are starting to stack up.
Right. Yeah, shoot. Especially in the secondary, man. Having a D-line like we got, man, it makes your job a lot easier.
You know what's crazy is you guys really haven't been at full strength all year in the secondary.
Yeah, I know.
EJ's still out, so you're trying to get close to full strength,
Right.
but you never really have all year because he was out early.
Right.
Then you went out, and then you come back. Denzel goes out. But what'll it be like to get Denzel back and get you, Denzel, TJ back out there together for the first time in a long time?
Man, it's an exciting thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, even, with me being out and all the guys, we got so much depth that, it really don't make a difference. Like, but just all of us being back out there together, finally, it's going to be cool.
What do you think this Sunday's going to be like? Home finale, in-state rival, division rival.
4 out of 5 people won.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. I would think. We're hearing sellout is the way where we're headed. What do you think that game will be like Sunday?
It's going to be popping.
I think it might be too.
Yeah, dog pound going to be going crazy.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking good, nice football weather. It's going to happen.
Well,
I think it is
looking good. What about
Yeah.
those unis? You like those unis?
Yeah, that's why I said we're going to be looking good.
Oh, those
Look
are
good, play
the
good. They're
colors
beautiful.
are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
it's a strong
resplendent.
look. They are. What was Christmas is coming up next week? What's best Christmas gift as a kid?
Best Christmas gift, I'll probably say when I first got my first PlayStation.
Yeah, that's a big
I used
deal.
to go over to a couple of my friends' house and used to play the game. I had a Nintendo at first.
Sure.
So I upped my game up one Christmas and got a PlayStation. I was in the game.
What was the game?
Shit, man,
That's all right. Carry on.
I got probably like a Madden game or like Crash Bandicoot or something, but it was cool though.
Yesterday was my son's birthday. He turned 9, and I got him an Xbox with the NBA 2K already in the box.
That's a pretty good
He's-
job out of you.
He was pretty pumped. He was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's like, I never even thought this was possible.
Oh, that's great.
Anything's possible,
That's
young fella.
fantastic.
Anything's
Yeah.
possible. All right, I got to ask you as I sit next to you here. You have plenty of tattoos. I can see all. What's your favorite of all your tattoos? All right, I'll give you two. Let me do it in 2 ways. Favorite in terms of the artistry that was involved in it. So like the one that I think this is the best looking, and then the one that means the most to you.
Well, see,
And
I
maybe
feel
they're
like-
the same.
yeah, I love all my tattoos. When
How many you got?
I first started, I lost count. But when I first started getting tattoos, I did have one like, I like this one. But then I start getting them, and then, I love them all, man. But, I got some cool stuff on my legs, that I had got recently. So, I guess the occasion, it's all about the occasion. Like, if I got shorts on, okay, my new leg ones look clean. Or,
When did you get the first one?
When I was 17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have something that I've never seen before. You have an earring tattoo, so you don't even need to wear an earring. If you want to you just roll right, just like that.
Yeah, these are my red rubies. You know, I don't got to take my earrings in and out no more. I got them tatted on me.
It's amazing.
Brilliant. That's next level thinking.
That is next level. Yeah.
I love it. I
It's
love
a pretty
it.
good job.
By the way, I was eavesdropping on your show earlier today, and you made mention of the fact that the Oregon Ducks were one of the top recruiting classes in the country.
Mario
this year.
Cristobal has gotten it done, man. I mean, they got the top 5. They got a top 5 class in the country, by far and away the best class in the Pac-12.
And Money Mitch is a Duck,
of course. Yeah. And so that was. I wasn't sure if anybody would be able to get that rolling again out there at that level recruiting. Top 5 of the country.
Come on, man.
No, but I mean, like with
yeah.
you play with Chip.
Nike.
You play for Chip.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
you don't need too much to make somebody want to go to Oregon, man. They got the nice unis, the nice facility, great weather.
facilities are incredible.
Nike.
You know,
Right,
nice.
it's all Nike.
The facilities are crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Animal House was shot there.
What was your favorite Ducks uniform you wore? You guys look. Can I tell you mine while you're thinking about it?
Come on.
You guys were the first ones that brought out the Stormtrooper.
Oh, USC. I wore those words. USC.
Stunning
Yeah,
against
sick.
USC. All
Yeah.
white
Sick.
with the silver feathers.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I was clean.
Sick.
Those were
clean.
beautiful.
Don't you think, so coming from Oregon, you have more of an appreciation?
Wait, I
of
need
this?
his answer before we go
Okay,
into that.
sorry.
Hey, I was going to let you slide because I got so many uniform combinations that I thought was cool, but, I mean, I like simple all black.
I love the black one,
That was
yeah.
clean.
The blacked out helmet, yeah.
Yeah, it's clean.
Monochrome, man.
They
He's
look
against it. I'm all for monochrome.
No, I'm not always against it. I'm against it with traditional teams. Like, I don't need to see the Bears in a blue top and a white pant. I like
That's what you're saying
That's
you
what
wanna
I want to
see.
see them in that. I don't want to see the Bears in a blue top and a blue pant.
I do.
The Bears should be blue over white.
I like the whole same, just like our color rush. Clean, one color.
Yeah, that's clean. No, I ain't going to lie.
Clean. Listen,
I mean, I love you both. I just think you're wrong.
there's times to be. Yeah, that's okay. You can
fine.
be on the wrong side of an argument
Yeah,
every
it's
now
all
and
right.
then, Bishop.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Not all heroes wear capes. Okay,
That's
and
true.
I will stand for this.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can stand for it. You can. That's if that's
a
the
hill
hill
I'm
you
gonna
want to
die
die
on.
on.
That's
go-
the hill I'm dying on.
We will eulogize you next week. All right,
I do
buddy
love
Mitch.
our color rush.
Don't you think, as coming from Oregon, where you guys wore a different uniform every single week, different helmets every single week? Don't you think the NFL is missing the boat a little bit by forcing you to never change your helmet? Like, how sweet would it be to go out one week and go out with a white helmet for the Browns?
Man.
Just change it up.
Come on. That'll be, like you said, look good, play good.
They're missing the boat. I'm telling you. I think they're missing the boat because if the argument that I've heard for it, and we've got our PR guy here, so you might know as well, Mike Anarella, is that it's a safety issue with the helmets. They don't want to be changed.
I don't think it's I think it's a perception of a safety issue.
They do it in college every
I
single
know,
week.
but it's
so
the perception.
They're fine. Look
It's
at Money Mitch. He's thriving.
It's the concussion thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, you do get certain helmets that fit differently, but I feel like with a solid week of practice, you get used to it.
So
Well,
there
couldn't
is
you
something
just-
to that. It changed.
Yeah,
Like even
nah,
you
for
noticed at
sure.
Oregon, and it would be different.
Yeah, every helmet definitely did fit a little different, but you know, we get an ample amount of time to break it in and wear it. You kind of get used to it.
So would they give you guys the uniform you're going to wear on Monday, like that helmet they'd give you at Oregon,
yeah, we'll wear it.
and then you wear
during
it
the
all week,
Yeah.
and then
Did you ever have to wear it
Fantastic.
like not at the facility or not at practice just to really break it in?
Nah, hey,
like
nah,
wouldn't that be hilarious if they had to
nah.
wear their helmets
Like,
around
Nah,
campus
nah,
in
that
Eugene?
wasn't- That helmet wasn't leaving the facility.
Yeah.
That helmet wasn't going.
that wouldn't go.
Yeah, nah, they wasn't playing with that.
Good luck this weekend, man.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy the fries.
Thank you. And there's chicken sandwich too.
Yeah,
chicken
rallies.
Yeah.
Fast foodies know the deal.
They do.
Can you say that for us? Can you give us a rallies? Fast foodies know the deal.
Yeah, Rallies fast foodies know the deal.
Boom.
That's all you need,
Boom.
right
That's
there.
You know what that is? That's an advertisement.
Yeah.
That is exactly what that is.
That's an advertisement. That's fire.
That's
Throw
exactly
this man
what
some
that is.
money.
Come on.
Spokesperson.
Come on,
Money
Rallies.
Mitch. They call him Money Mitch for a reason. He's just right there. He's
Just did it.
just creating money, revenue.
I don't know what more you could want.
Hey.
Good seeing you, buddy. Good
yes,
luck,
sir.
son.
Yes, sir.
All right, the great Money Mitch. Watershed Distillery's bottled old-fashioned bourbon cocktail. The perfect complement for the holiday season, ready to go straight from the bottle. Watershed Distillery Old Fashioned is made in Ohio, available in Cleveland liquor stores now. Enjoy responsibly. It's the new old-fashioned way. CBD 850 WKNR. That was unreal from start to finish. He just kept eating the fries. It was amazing.
He had 3 fries in his side of his
amazing.
cheek, and he's answering the question.
That was amazing. That was an amazing situation. That was incredible.
My goodness. We need to get Willis in the studio.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Bannerell, this is gold.
What did he say?
He goes, "This is the gold."
Annarella's in here in the all white. That was unbelievable how sharp he was.
Dude, the guy's a great trade.
This guy was incredible.
Tremendous.
That was incredible. Oh my God. Gosh.
I mean, that was
everything you need right there.
that was the best. Oh man.
No, Ron, I do not have any tattoos. Do you have any tattoos, Nate?
No.
That man had his earlobes tattooed rubies.
Did you hear? I had to bring it up. I've never seen it before.
I've never
you don't
seen
even
that
get to
move.
wear earrings anymore. It's
No.
like, I got my rubies
no,
there.
me too.
No. Me too.
That was unbelievable.
He's the best.
That was unbelievable. Drops an S-bomb. Nothing to see here. Keep it moving.
Did that get in comments?
Oh, yeah. Dump button.
I mean, Britton Cole, he doesn't have competition, but I mean.
Yeah, you'd have to consider Money Mitch as a reg. If you get Money Mitch on the reg, I think that. Amazing. I can't believe I'm going to miss Cole this week. I'm so disappointed.
I got to ask Cole about some of his in-game practices.
I can't believe I'm not going to get to talk to him about. I will be watching the stream from Nemacolin when you ask him about his post-game celebration. Amazing.
I want to know if there are any words.
You got to conduct a little Rocky Top for me when he comes on.
Oh yeah. I just want to know if like he's really gonna like what he said, because he was there were words that accompanied it.
Yes, I'm sure there were.
There were words.
Yeah. I'm sure there were words that have been
ESPN
said on the
850
stream, in fact.
WKNR will now conduct a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
We're gonna bring Nicole in right now. We'll bring her on out of here. Nicole, do you know what we just did for you? What we did for rallies? This
Oh my
partnership?
gosh.
This has been a test
wanna
of the
know?
emergency alert system. If this had been an actual emergency, the signal you heard would have been followed by official information. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system on ESPN 850 WKNR Cleveland.
We just had gold. So Money Mitch comes in here to do his interview, brings in fries and a chicken sandwich. He's eating the fries throughout the interview.
Right in the mic.
Right in the mic, like eating them. He goes, "Rallies, where is it, man? I need to go to Rallies." He goes, "These are the best fries ever." So then I had him at the end. I go, "Will you just look in the camera and give me a Rallies, fast foodies, know the deals?" He's like, "Rallies, fast foodies, know the deal."
Oh
So
my
we
gosh,
got
that's
Money
awesome.
Mitch.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Sign this man up for an endorsement
Yeah.
immediately." He's like, "I even got a chicken sandwich."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All happened.
You gotta send get that
get
video
that
from
Him eating that.
he ate
The
fries
whole
throughout
interview, he's
entire
eating the
interview.
fries.
He's eating every question. He's eating fries while he answers. It was unreal.
You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily on ESPN 850 WKNR.
Killing it.
You guys ready?
Yep.
You're up.
Hey, guys, you've heard me talk about Northeast Factory Direct. You know what you're getting when you walk in the door. We're talking about warehouses. We're talking about salespeople who do not work on commission. We're talking about no frills. We're talking about saving you money. You know what they can do for you on furniture, indoor, outdoor. You know what they can do for you on hot tubs. Did you know what they can do for you on cabinets? I'm talking about 100% solid wood cabinets.
Stop it.
Solid wood, my friend. Soft close
They don't get
doors
that
and
anymore.
drawers. They even throw those handles and pulls that normal companies even charge you for. No, not at Northeast Factory Direct. That's all part of it. Some of it even comes with a true lifetime warranty on top of that. Northeast Factory Direct, they've got designers that can help you actually design your kitchen or bar. They'll take care of you. Go to West 140th Street in Cleveland, the old B&B Appliance on Lakeland Boulevard in Euclid, and now on Freeway Boulevard in Macedonia. Online all the time at northeastfactorydirect.com. Cam Newton,
Done for the
for the year.
My fantasy team in the finals, going to turn the ball over to the person that I stood against
you did.
all draft
A
season.
one-man battle.
Josh Allen.
It was you versus him.
And now I'm saying, Josh,
Come on, baby.
I was wrong, baby. I'm sorry.
Give Daddy a couple touchdowns
I'm
against the
sorry.
Patriots. What do you need from him?
I need at least 20. I mean, he's done it 4 weeks in a row. He's done 20 points 4 weeks in
He
a row.
actually has been pretty good.
Give me 5 weeks in a row. Do I hear 5?
Can he get? If he gets you 15, do you win?
It depends on the status of Todd Gurley. I mean, you don't want to go into finals and not be playing your dudes. I mean, Cam was great this year before he got hurt. He was great. He had 11 straight games with multiple passing touchdowns at one point, longest streak of his career. That's toast. He's out. Some guy named Tyler Heineke is going to be quarterbacking for them.
It is. I don't recall this much calamity at the end. I, like you, am in a fantasy final. There is talk in the Green Bay that Aaron Rodgers will be shut down by Joe Philbin and not play this week against the Jets.
And Deshaun Kaiser?
Oh, that's what it would mean, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
Wow. So I will not have Rodgers. Many will not have Rodgers, probably. And then the Gurley situation is out there. And there's conjecture that they'll sit him down the last
If they
2 games.
do that, I will cry. I will shed a tear.
Yeah, that's hard to recover from.
He was the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's right.
He's on my team.
He was my number 1 pick, too.
I love him.
Yeah.
I chose him over all others.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that because I'm a 1 quarterback guy. I roll with 1 quarterback after the bye weeks. Why would you use a roster spot on a second quarterback? And I fortunately had the foresight 3 weeks ago to pick up Josh Allen, just not even in case, but just to have him. And I noticed he'd been playing well, and I didn't want him to play against me. And now he's going to have to play for me. He is going to have to.
I did the same thing with Goff. Like, I was more worried. For some reason, he was undrafted. And as soon as he lit it up the first couple of weeks, I just picked him up as insurance to keep him away from other people. And I just stashed him. So if I do have to go off of Rodgers, I do have Goff. But he's been a disaster.
Disaster
The last month. So this is where you're at. Absolutely crazy stuff.
So I've got something for you guys.
Oh,
This is
no,
something
Fontana.
that
Every
is-
time Fontana says something in my ear
if it's
about this.
Gurley, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's not. I have a similar situation to something you guys dealt with last week. I was in the semifinals, got smoked. I looked at the other. I'm the number 1 seed in that league. I'm out.
Sad.
You're done.
Looked in the other semifinal. He started Austin Eckler.
Oh,
who didn't
so what's
play.
like what happened to me with the Swiss
Is
guy.
Exactly what happened with
Outrageous.
the Swiss guy.
And the guy's got to go. He's got to be out of the league.
The other guy just waltzed into the finals. Like, granted, my guy was, I lost fair and square, but
He's
it was
out,
the other
Montana.
semifinal, and I instantly thought of you guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I
understand the
appreciate
rage.
that. I appreciate that.
You're
right
the
to think of us.
Swiss Dan is out of my league.
Swiss stands out.
He's done.
Persona
It's done.
non grata.
Yep.
So in
Can't have it.
the AFFL, we have a remarkable situation happening here in the AFFL, which is the awesome fantasy football league that the Miz and I and the Mana Bros.
I don't want to hear about it. The real thing is you're in it.
I'm in the final.
Whether the Miz is in it or not, irrelevant. You're in it.
No,
You
the fact
are-
that he's
he's-
not in it is what's so great.
So, yeah, you stick it to him. But you are what he is in that world, you are in the fantasy football world.
Well,
this is who
I
you
don't
are.
do what I used to do, but listen to this. So there's been 6 years in this league.
All right.
The first year, John Rutledge won the league. Shout out to John Rutledge. Second year, Ricky Abramson won the league.
All right.
Third year, yours truly.
Yep.
Fourth year, a man by the name of George Bowens. Fifth year,
I feel like I'd like George Bowens.
he's a great guy. He
seems
goes
like he
by
would
the
be.
last George. He is
Fantastic.
There are no
I
Georges
knew I would
that
like
come
that
after
guy.
him. Yeah.
I knew I'd like him. Yep.
He also
I
pulled
could tell
off,
just by the way you said it. I
also
knew I'd
pulled
like him.
off at my birthday dinner one of the greatest eat and runs in the history of mankind. So we have this feast, huge tenderloin that was grilled to perfection by John Schaefer, 2 pounds of king crab legs. George shows up, sits down as the food is being put on the table.
Yeah.
Eats, then announces he's going to try to win his girl back and leaves. And guess what? He ate the food. He went and he, in fact, did win his girl Anita back, and they are together happily today.
George
Bowens.
I knew
Bowens.
it. I knew I
Bowens.
liked him.
So
I just knew it. I never met him, but I
so
knew
again,
I liked him.
So again,
All right, go ahead.
4 years ago, I win. 3 years ago, Bowens wins. 2 years ago, I win. Last year, Bowens wins.
And now,
It's me against Bowens in the final. So for
and
half
you're going
of a
with
decade,
Josh Allen, baby.
and for half of a decade, though, the two of us have won this league.
So this is the rubber match. So then, if you don't have
I'm not at
Gurley,
full strength. It's
who
a
is
tragedy.
your running backs without Gurley?
I still have Kamara. I still have Phillip Lindsay, and then
Oh.
I can plug in either Damian Williams from Kansas City. I'm loaded at running back.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Gus the Bus, Sony Michelle. I mean, I've got.
Yeah, you got a lot of options at
Yeah, but
running back.
none of them are Todd Gurley.
None of them
We
are-
just went through these
Todd Gurley
numbers
is
when I was
basically-
excited about people, and then Todd Gurley's like, "Oh yeah, I've got."
So
like,
where is Gurley had made it
1,800 yards
The only
and
thing
21
the
touchdowns.
only thing I'm wondering about him is he has made it. He was kind of obvious about how he wanted to chase the LaDainian Tomlinson record. He's nowhere near that, though, is he?
No,
He's nowhere near
touchdown
the
record's-
23 or whatever. Isn't it
20
23 rushing touchdowns?
No, Sean Alexander did. I think 27.
No, he's nowhere near that. What's the total touchdowns by a running back?
I don't know. I bet
he's nowhere
Priest-
near any of
Priest
that.
Holmes had to have a couple of years where he was like in the.
LaDainian Tomlinson feels like he had about 1,000 touchdowns in like 2003.
Oh yeah, he was great for a few
Yeah.
years. But anyway,
Yeah. This is a real thing going on this weekend.
It's crazy
because we have this. A couple of things have happening. Number one, everybody's gonna have to play all their games.
Yeah,
like they're gonna have to. The teams that are in competition are gonna have to play their studs because they're all chasing home field advantage. And then you have like usually you play a week 16, you're safe on the people sitting situation.
Right. That's why leagues worth their salt end in week
no
16.
League,
no league goes.
You're
to
in a
week
league
17.
who plays a championship in week 17, then you got to get out of the league.
Disband it. So in the AFL, one other fun thing we do, it's called the Virgil Bowl. So the losers bracket is the Virgil Bowl, and the loser of that for a time before some people broke tradition would have to then dress as Virgil. And so a sequined, are you familiar with $1 Million Man's Virgil?
What am I hard to be familiar with Virgil?
So you have to wear a
Virgil.
sequin vest, a sequin bow tie, no shirt under.
Oh, God.
So that was The Miz has done it. I've done it, not from losing this league. That was from losing a different bet to him. Mark Monaco has done it, but then the tradition died. This year in the Virgil Bowl, in a league where the average point total for a week is about 120, Scotty Monaco scored 66 points and won. To avoid being the Virgil.
Being in the Virgil.
Tony K.
You know how I feel about
Virgil.
betting. I do not like the diminishment of others in winning bets.
I found that out yesterday.
It's my rule. I like to reward the winners of the bets as opposed to punish the losers
But this
of
is
the bets.
last out of 12 in a fantasy
That's
league.
pretty
It's not-
bad.
It's not a bet. It's more
That's
like
pretty bad.
you just want to avoid that so people can stay motivated and interested. So they're
I
not
like
pulling.
that. So they're
you
not
know,
pulling nonsense like
Switzerland Dan.
Swiss Dan's nonsense.
Swiss
Coming up at the
Dan.
top of the hour, we will meet your Cincinnati Bengals, and you'll hear from Baker Mayfield in the second hour as well. Bishop, Zegura, CBD, 850 WKNR.
Oh, Fontana with some info. Tomlinson, 28 in 2006. You were right. Priest Holmes, 27. What did Sean Alexander have?
Sean Alexander also had 27 in 2005.
Okay.
I should have.
That was the
thrown
golden era, 2003, 2005. I mean, that was just golden era. Sean Alexander has 112 touchdowns in 123 career games. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. People really...
The longest the record, as I do a quick scan, the longest the record ever stood, well, there's two. 62, the record was 19 by Jim Taylor. And then it got surpassed in 1983. You guys have a guess on who did it for the Washington Redskins?
John Riggins.
That is correct.
Riggs. Of course, the inspiration for Tim Riggins.
God,
And
I
then
love Tim
Emmett
Riggins.
Smith passed him
I
in
know you do.
95. And then Priest, Sean tied him, and then Tomlinson broke it in 2000.
28 rushing touchdowns for Tomlinson.
In a season.
That's crazy. I remember Gurley was talking about that. He was talking about that early. Obviously, he's nowhere near it, but he was at the beginning of the year. You thought maybe it was in play. You know,
Absolutely.
I just think he's going to want to play. I think he wants a rushing title. Where's he on the rushing title right now?
Who?
Gurley. I remember him saying that he wanted that. Oh, he's second to Elliott. He's about 100 yards behind Elliott. Elliott's got 1349. He's got 1251.
There are only 3 guys over 1,000 yards. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
How about Philip Lindsay, only undrafted rookie to ever make the Pro Bowl
Yeah, that's pretty good.
on offense?
How about the fact that Nick Chubb basically didn't play for 5 weeks and has 860 yards?
He'd be leading the league.
He'd be right there. He'd be right there with Gurley and Elliott had he been playing the whole time.
He's snubbed, frankly. Who were the AFC?
How about Derrick Henry had about 400 yards and then he got 400 yards the last 2 weeks?
Yeah. Let's see. Pro Bowl rosters. Let me see the running backs here in the AFC. James Conner, Melvin Gordon, Philip Lindsay. I'm sorry. Nick Chubb should be in there.
He's got more than Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. He definitely should be in over Melvin Gordon. This is outrage. Yeah, Melvin Gordon's a better pass catcher.
Nick Chubb is 6th in the AFC in rushing yards. Would you guys like to guess who's ahead of him?
Sure. James Conner,
Correct.
Philip Lindsay.
Correct.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is correct.
That's insane that Derrick Henry's ahead of him.
Two
He's
more.
had 400 yards in 2 games. Mixon?
Mixon is leading the AFC North
Yeah,
or
that's
AFC with 995 yards.
Yeah.
There's one more.
I don't know who the other one would be. I don't know. Who is it?
Did we say? Hold on. Oh, I got a guess.
Okay.
Dark horse. Lamar Miller.
That is correct. Nathan Zegura.
Lamar Miller. Remember, they were averaging 150 yards rushing for like a 6-week period.
Chubb just
What does he
passed
have?
he just
He's got
passed
917.
Kareem Hunt last
The only
week.
reason, I knew that is because Miss K has him in her non-PPR league, and I was like talking trash. She's like, Lamar Miller's been good for me every week.
That's amazing that she has that type of.
I'm like,
she's
what do you
that
mean?
dialed in.
He rushed for 100 yards against us.
What a mess.
Coming back.
I like your betting philosophy. Reward.
You're listening to
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns
That's all I
Daily on ESPN 850 WKNR.
You guys right?
Yep.
You're up.
Join us at Jack Thistledown Racino Friday, December 21st, our holiday hot seat. From 6 to 9, all Club Jack members who have their card properly inserted into any VLT machine on the floor have a chance at up to $5K. You won't want to miss this holiday hot seat on December 14th and 21st. Only at Jack Thistledown Racino, my friends. Actually, only the 21st. 24th is past. We're past that. Post haste.
Post haste.
So, this Friday, get there. Trying to make sense of the fantasy this weekend's a mess. It's less difficult to make sense of the matchup Sunday with the Cincinnati Bengals. There is a zest in the area for this game, a zeal, if you will, for this game. The crowd will be raucous. There will be a full everybody back on Christmas vacation experience to this game that I think will be hard. There will be a certain amount of pregame that I would think would be at an elite level for a game like this.
Absolutely.
Nobody has to work Monday except
Nobody.
for you and I.
Well,
And Gibbs. Nobody else
we're
has
big
to work.
bees.
We are big bees. Nobody else has to work on a Monday. I think that this has the opportunity to be one hell of a party down at First Energy. Let's meet your Cincinnati Bengals.
by the way, the Browns have an opportunity to do something on Sunday that they have not done since the year 2002, which is sweep the Bengals in a season.
Has it really been that long? I'm like Baker. I don't care what happened in the past.
Me neither. Listen, we hadn't
On to the next.
We hadn't beat the Broncos since '90. So what? Who cares? We're gonna go in there. We're gonna beat them.
I'm like Baker. I wasn't even here then.
I think I just moved to town. I may have just moved to town. All right. Speaking of Baker, we will hear from him in the next segment, so that's good. But meeting the Bengals, they're almost unrecognizable, and this is the third week in a row where the game plan for the Browns as a defense, I think, is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I would think.
I mean, you think about this Bengals team. They've got Jeff Driscoll at quarterback now. They've got no A.J. Green. Tyler Boyd, by the way, suffered a knee injury, and it looks like he will not be playing either. So if that's the case, their receiving core is going to be made up of John Ross, who currently has 206 yards, Cody Core's got 124, and Alex Erickson, who has 69 on the season, and Auden Tate, who has 3 for 20. One of those catches came against the Cleveland Browns. So they would have nobody catching the football. Their best tight end, C.J. Uzoma, he's got 380 yards. He would be the leading receiver in this game. Boyd's had a heck of a season. I mean, 76 catches, 1,028 yards, 7 touchdowns. But as I said, banged up his knee, and we're not sure if he is going to be able to go. It's all about Joe Mixon. Mixon, 995 yards, 4.8 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns, 40 catches, 284. He is the engine. He is the straw that stirs the Bengals' drink. The last 2 weeks against the Chargers and the Raiders, he's rushed for 111 yards and a touchdown, 129 and 2. You know how many carries he's got in the last 2 weeks?
I don't.
53 carries. He's had another 7 catches. That's 60 touches the last 2 weeks. Against the Browns, he had 21 touches. He put up 155 total yards. But he is the guy that you focus on, that you stop. We have a massive advantage with our pass defense versus their pass offense. I mean, a massive, massive advantage. It's going to be all about trying to come out, do what we did to Phillip Lindsay, turn Jeff Driscoll into Case Keenum, and let's go. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. That's this team. Yes, they beat the
And
Raiders.
Jeff Driscoll is not Case Keenum.
He is not. They beat the Raiders. Guess what? Raiders, unmitigated disaster. We lost to them. So what? When was that? That was in the past.
So what?
Don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Old team.
I'm only interested in the last 6
Bad
games.
refereeing.
Yes.
Old team.
Old team.
We're 4-1 in the last 5.
That's all that matters.
How you doing?
Fine.
Great.
2 more. Going to finish 6-1.
6
Can I interest you in that?
and 1. But it starts with 5. You don't score till you score, and we're going to score against this Bengals team. Again, without Boyd.
They have some real interesting decisions that need to be made as an organization.
It's a reboot. It's a reboot. You got to do it.
Yeah, but Mike Brown's not keen on that.
I'd bring in Sashi Brown, to be honest with you.
I don't know that that's wrong to
That
do.
wasn't a joke.
That is probably.
I don't
what
want
they
him to
should-
go there.
Something like that is
Yep.
what they should do because you can't. Dalton is in his 30s. AJ Green is 30. Geno Atkins is 30. Their best players are now over on the backside of their prime. In best case scenario, the backside of their prime, and they're not going anywhere. And they chose to run it back. Probably the smart thing to do there would have been to try to see if somebody else could have got something else out of Andy Dalton. That probably would have been the smart thing, but they chose to run it back with Marvin. Remember, it was a year ago this week that he was gone. Remember? You remember this on
Yeah.
SportsCenter? He's gone. Schefter, they've decided to part ways.
Yeah.
And they decided to run it back.
Bring him on back.
Run it back. And now this season went exactly how I thought the Bengals season would go in terms of the record.
Well, they started off red hot.
I know, and I was worried that I was a fool. Turns
No.
out I was not a fool.
No.
Turns out
I
they were
backed
exactly
them,
who I.
and then I jumped right off.
Yeah, it turns out they are exactly who I thought they were. But they do have. It's an interesting spot for them as they try to sort out like what the next few years looks like. They are not in the situation that we were in that they do not have an undying loyalty to a fan base, or the fan base doesn't have the dying loyalty to them. When you try to do what Sashi did here, you've got to have it in the bank that you've got the best fans in the NFL to do something, because that can have damage.
No, they're
real
hurting.
damage to that. They are not that. You were at the game.
This year, but I
The
would
amount
say
of the amount of seats. Oh, jeez.
Bobby getting shot by the laser pointer.
Laser
That
pointer
thing-
out of nowhere.
The
I
green.
thought I was getting sniped.
I was worried.
I thought I was getting sniped. That was crazy.
Thought we were gonna have to say hand down, man down.
Dick Winter style over the side.
You would have been out.
I would have been out.
Yeah, I know. I would have done a barrel roll right across.
Right
this,
across,
wiped
and
out
then
the
in?
camera, and then down.
Then down. But they don't have that. There were swaths of empty seats.
Yeah.
At their games, there are thousands of empty seats in the club level at their games.
They had
It's
been
not
very.
ideal.
It had been a very good place to play, or to go just to see a game. I think the stadium's terrible. I'll say that, but just in terms of the atmosphere that they created, was actually very good for a while. But this year, it was despondent, is how I would say it. It was dreary. And
Well, what are you selling?
what are you selling?
It's a hard spot, man. I mean, they're in a. Thank God it's not our problem, but they're in a tough spot. They had a nice run
Not
with
my
Dalton.
problem.
They had a nice run with Carson into Dalton. That's kind of the poor man's Peyton Manning into Andrew Luck, but it's fine. Like that works out. You can stay competitive, win some divisions. Did not win a playoff game, but now you're in a position where you try to say, well, where do they go from here? I would think complete reboot. I just don't know if they have the stomach for that. As for us, I just saw this from. Oh my gosh, Macaulay Culkin reenacted what it's like to be Kevin from Home Alone as an adult.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? It's a good question.
What does that
I don't
mean?
know what that means. It means he's acting that out. Wait a second. You talk while I was trying to find this. There was something I was trying to find. It's from Drake Kirkpatrick. Oh, here it is. All right, here's a quote
You
from.
talked. How dare you speak on our radio show where the
you
only
talk.
medium is spoken, unless we have this
You-
beautiful camera?
You talk while I looked for something, but you didn't need to. I found it so fast. Drake Kirkpatrick, Bengals corner, was asked about Baker Mayfield. This is the quote. He said, "Nah, he's cool. Like to see that out of young players. He definitely gets in guys' head. That's what this game is all about. Everybody is so straight with the rules. But this is a competitive game. It's a competitive nature. Just to be aggressive and things like that. He does a lot of good things. Getting out of the pocket. He's short, so he's not going to make the best throws in the pocket. So we know what we've got to do." He was on the right page until the last part.
Bring that on. By the way, speaking.
Please let him stand in the pocket. We dare you.
That's what we. By the way, that's how we abuse them.
That's
we
all
went
he
five
does.
wide, and he stood in the pocket and sliced them and
Zing,
diced them.
zing, zing.
Take some of that. By the way, Baker quoted, and we're going to play this whole interview for you next, saying, "We want to win our last 2 games. Any guys on this team that don't want to do that, they need to get out."
Remember that when people say, "Oh, we got to shut down Baker"?
That was
Good luck. Go down there and tell him.
absolute buffoonery, tomfoolery, ballyhoo, absurdity.
It was. Did you see, by the way, you see Miles doing his presser about the Pro Bowl? Out there shirtless, living the dream?
Well,
if I
somebody
looked like that, I would do the same damn thing. I'd just walk around here all day like that.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I would just walk around. You'd be like, oh, no quarter zip today. I mean, no. No
So,
quarter zip today.
can I
but,
interest-
Beau, it's January. It's 12 degrees outside. No quarter zip? No quarter zip.
Can I interest you in the exchange verbatim that I just had with
Please,
G.I. George?
please.
At 2:06 p.m., 4 minutes ago, G.I. George tweets me and you and the
All
show,
right.
and he says, and I quote, "Why is at Miles L. Garrett at the podium shirtless?" ? My response to him, also at 2:06
Come on.
If you look like Miles, wouldn't you do everything shirtless?
Yes.
G.I. George says, every day, checkmate to Zegura. Yeah.
Yes. Of course you would.
If I looked like Miles Garrett, I'm living in a clothes optional world.
I would if somebody said honestly, like I don't want Miles to do this because while we have yet to have enough time for him on this show, I do really like him playing for the Cleveland Browns. If I were Miles Garrett, I would say I'm only playing in the South, so I could always walk around shirtless all the time. That's what I mean.
He's shirtless right now. It's December in Cleveland. He obviously
That's
can
true.
handle
I
it.
do the
This
same
is a
thing.
man.
He's a man. He certainly is a man. Zenith is committed to athletes to the art of the game. Zenith's helmets are designed with an uncompromising attention to fit, feel, style, and safety. Learn more at zenith.com. Zenith.com. Coming up next, 6 at the podium. CBD 850 WKNR.
Can you, Fontana,
Yep.
can you find me it was actually Steven Regal. Steven Regal's theme song from the WWE called Man's Man. And play that when we come back from this break.
Sure.
Have you ever heard this song?
I'm sure I have. I remember this guy.
He's a man. He's a real man's
Oh, that's
man.
amazing.
Oh, my God. It's the best.
Peterman signed to the Raiders. John Gruden got his guy.
Gruden got his guy. All right, let me ask you a question. Let me throw some back at you. Colts, who are playing, I think, pretty darn good defensive football.
They are.
At home against the Giants, or the Falcons, who just had an amazing defensive performance.
Against the camless Panthers.
Yeah.
Is that who's quarterbacking the camless Panthers?
Tyler Heineke.
I don't even know who that is.
Me neither. No idea.
I would have to say Atlanta.
I think it's amazing for him that he's collecting.
I mean, I don't even know who
NFL
that
check.
guy is. Like, if you told me, guess the college where, who did you say? Tyler Heineken?
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
I'd prefer it if it was Tyler Heineken.
Tyler who?
I mean, they have 11 sacks in the last 2 games. This Falcons defense. I think that's
I don't even know who that is.
that's the direction.
I have the Bears. So, Bears versus 49ers. Bears are going to give me 6 points in my sleep. They're going to sack.
6.
They're going to sack me Chris Mullen 3 times. They're going to pick him off twice. They might sack him 7 times.
Somebody in our league is
They
trying
might
to
get a
pick up
pick six.
Taysom Hill. Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Do they think he's somebody other than who he is?
I don't know that.
I'm cutting Corey Davis from my team. I don't even want him he doesn't even get a playoff share.
No playoff shares?
No.
He's out.
Out.
Yep.
I wish I hadn't cut Alshon Jeffrey, though. Cut him last week. And now Nick Foles like, oh, yeah, I know. I remember Alshon Jeffrey.
Nick Foles has changed who they throw to. He doesn't throw to Ertz.
He did last year, though.
He didn't this last week. Forgot he existed.
You're butthurt about it. You're
I'm
like-
not happy.
You're trying to get out of the Nick Foles.
Well, we got a lot of problems.
I
This Gurley thing would be a total. I have prepared for the loss of Rodgers, but if Gurley doesn't play,
There's no preparing for that, and you're not plugging in John Kelly or C.J. Anderson in a fantasy
no, I'm playing
final.
I'm going to play the Eagles running back, the kid who's scoring the touchdowns for the Eagles. That's who I'm going to play. That's where I'm at.
Coming back.
He's a man.
Yes.
You're listening
Such a
to Cleveland
man.
Browns Daily on ESPN 850 WKNR.
You guys are up.
Just let this soak in.
Yeah, I'm not talking. Where is this from?
This is Steven Regal, Real Man's Man entrance theme from the WWE. He would come to the ring in a sleeveless, like red flannel, with a hard hat on, and in this video, he's squeezing oranges, like making fresh squeezed orange juice. He's at a construction site.
Wow.
He's chopping a tree down.
I don't even.
He's a real man.
He's a real man.
I think Myles Garrett.
You know, in the off season, we should like once a week we'll have that music, and we do this week's CBD Man's Man of the Week.
And if Gibbs, who produces this show, oh, there he is. There he is. He's never here. He's never here.
My favorite thing is when we act as if Gibbs is doing nothing. Meantime, he's running around like a maniac down there, like interview. We act like.
But sometimes people are just running around like crazy. He might be. We don't know. You don't know that for sure. You have eyes on him. You have boots on the ground with a visual on Gibbs.
No, I don't have eyes on him.
And now he's loitering. I want him to get in here. This is what you just said. This is your big B moment of the day.
Yeah, that's a nice segment. Man's Man of the Week. CBD Man's Man of the Week with that song.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what else I like? I like a hot tub from Northeast Factory Direct. What a gift.
Have you looked into that
for the holiday
me?
season?
Have you looked into that for your boy?
I'm working on that.
Okay.
You know how they can save you money on about everything? Well, they can save you money on hot tubs as well, about half of what you pay at the fancy spa retail stores. Check out their selection of hot tubs, West 140th Street in Cleveland, Lakeland Boulevard in Euclid, or northeastfactorydirect.com. Or you can make an appointment to visit the Hot Tub Outlet and Swim Spa showroom in Mentor. You'll find 60 hot tubs you can have right away at the largest selection of swim spas in Northeast Ohio. You can easily schedule a private appointment to do a wet test in a hot tub or swim spa. Go to northeastfactorydirect.com. Click on hot tubs to get the Hot Tub Outlet and Swim Spa showroom page. You know who I know likes a hot tub? Wait, what do you got?
Oh, you're going to throw it to 6?
I was going to, but you had a.
Can I hop in?
Of course.
So there's something that we need to discuss. Number one, first, oh, there he is. There he is. Look at
the way he looks at you when you try to summon.
It's great.
No
Look
time.
at him. He's emptying his pockets. He's
Taking
putting his
his
wallet down. He's taking his.
He's got more things in there.
He's
All
pulling
the
Marances
apparatuses
out of his pants.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, man. Okay, come in here. We have a few things to discuss with you. Come in here. Come in here.
Hey, Gibbs.
Gibbs, were you just down?
Hi.
Were you just down in the locker room?
I was.
Did word of Money Mitch's performance on CBD make it to you in the locker room?
Yes. Multiple people.
There was lots to discuss about
Multiple
that performance.
people.
Total gold. He has a
He didn't drop a bomb, did he?
We don't know anything about that.
Okay.
It was soap poisoning.
Am I going to be in meetings?
Probably. I think you're fine. All right. What was the other thing you had?
You said probably, and I said no. Oh, goodness. Dude, but he was eating Rally's fries the whole time.
Yeah,
he did a promo for
I
Rally's.
came in when he was like, "Where is this place? It's a magical place."
Yeah,
He
it's
really
a
loved
magical
it.
place.
Yeah.
He loved it.
He loved it.
He did a fast foodies know the deal to the camera.
Yeah, he did.
Love it.
He
All
was
those things
fantastic.
happened.
All right, so that's number one. Number two, the Spaz Dog just tweeted me and said, "I'm almost disappointed in you, Nathan Zegura. How did we arrive at a co-host that hasn't seen A Christmas Story? Is that not on the job app or part of the interview process? I am in shambles." I said, "Don't worry." I let him know that you're going to rectify this injustice.
Yeah.
However,
He's seen parts of it, just not
However-
the whole thing in
Clips
its
1,000
entirety.
times. Yeah.
however,
Okay.
6:22 a.m. I receive
no.
a text
Oh, no.
from the Undersecretary
No.
of the Navy.
No.
We
Of
like
the,
him.
Of the Navy.
We like him.
Thomas Modley.
Yes.
Who is
I love Mobley.
Shout out to Mr. Modley. We'll see him next weekend.
He says, and I quote,
Oh, no.
Beau has never seen A Christmas Story, question
Oh, no.
mark. This
I'm sorry, sir.
is an outrage.
Oh.
Exclamation.
Now, tell the people, when you told me that somebody had a problem with me, all you said was somebody had a problem with me, and I said, Modley? I didn't see The Christmas Story? And then you said something confirming that I
You
nailed
were
that
right on
I
the
believe
money.
I had that.
You were
Yeah.
right on the money.
I knew that Modley would
I
not be
wrote
pleased
back,
with me.
I said, I know.
Working on it, sir.
It's unfathomable. First chink in the armor.
It will hopefully be rectified sooner.
I'm
going
gonna
to
do the best I can to
Good
take
news,
care of
there's
the
like a
next 6 days.
marathon.
He then
like if
sends
you want to
me-
avoid some family time, watch it. It's on a marathon.
they would all be
He
in there
then
with me.
sends me a picture of his apartment door in D.C., which has the lamp, the
Oh, he's
lake
got
lamp
that
on his
there.
door. And he said, my apartment door in D.C., it's indescribably beautiful. Which, when
No,
you
you
see
can't.
the movie, it's perfect.
All right.
And
we'll sort it out. I'm going to sort it out, sir.
But
I've
you
let us all down. I've let our country down, frankly.
You are gonna you're
yes,
gonna
according
fix
to
it.
Mr. Modley.
According to Mr. Modley, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna fix it, and that's
Yeah,
the
so
other
we'll
thing.
solve that.
The other thing.
I didn't realize you had 3 issues with Gibbs.
No, the third is your genius, your big B moment.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
day.
yeah, big B moment of the day.
We're talking about Myles Garrett was doing his interview shirtless, and we both made the correct
I
observation.
believe that was the stipulation for him to come talk to the media today.
We both
Was
agreed
that he do it shirtless.
If we looked like Myles
looked like
Garrett,
him.
we would always be shirtless.
Wouldn't even be
Life
quarter
would be
zips.
shirtless. You could
Just
not
walking
put a
around.
shirt on me. It would be
No.
impossible. Forget the weather. And he said, well, he only wants plain stuff. I said, look, he's shirtless right now in Cleveland in December. He's a real man. He's a man's man. We then played, I don't know if you remember Steven Regal's theme song from the He's a man. He's a real
Yes.
man's man. One of the greatest,
great,
and we're going to
yeah.
watch the video when we throw to Bakes in a second here. But he came up with the idea that in the offseason, we're going to have
Once a week,
the CBD Man's Man of the Week. And then Pied Piper of Cleveland just chimed in because this is the type of quality
so
of
much
listener that
synergy.
we have who said, why wouldn't the Man's Man of the Week be brought to you by ManCan in the offseason?
Oh, perfect. Done. Sold.
Keep it going.
Genie, thank you.
What's so hard?
I mean,
Make it happen.
boom.
There's an idea.
With all that.
So take this to your next marketing meeting that you have
I
to.
just had one today.
He's got so many meetings,
I
poor
think
Gibbs.
Sherwin-Williams is going to be doing some stuff with us.
Well, it's
Great-
great Cleveland
Shout out
company.
to Sherwin-Williams.
Great Cleveland company. We love that.
No
Yeah.
pressure.
All
We're
right,
hoping.
speaking of things we love, 6 at the podium. Go.
All right, Beau, I want you to soak this in. The split.
Continue to do my job every day. Be that same person every day. Come to work knowing we have to improve, and we, have to take advantage of the opportunity to finish out the season on a very, very high note.
The big argument's about team goals, but when guys are personally rewarded with Pro Bowls and such, does that provide motivation or validation, or what effect does that have?
Yeah, it is the ultimate team sport, but every guy has their individual goals. So the guys that, you work so hard in the offseason, then you come every week and you try and do your job the best you can, and you see the guys that we had elected to the Pro Bowl, and those are guys that, have an effect on the game and create plays for us to win. And so, I'm happy for Myles and Denzel.
Did it mean anything to you to get some recognition?
An alternate? No, not really. That's like you have a certain amount of guys at the playground, and you have about, the 4th alternate? So, until the other 3 get sick or don't want to play, I'm not going in. So, no, it's not that good.
We'll make plans. That happens now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a true Pro Bowl selection.
How much does it help you to have film to watch on yourself against this team as opposed to watching other guys?
It's a great advantage to have. Obviously they have the same thing. They get to watch their film as well, but being able to look at what we did, what worked, what didn't work, and then also why. What type of game plan they came into it with, and just to see how we can use that stuff again, and also mix it up. Break some tendencies and do things like that.
You mentioned individual goals. I think you're 5 behind Ty Payton and Russ Wilson. Touchdown passes by a rookie. Does that enter your mind at all?
Nope, didn't even know that until you said it. So
It would be cool to.
if we win, and that happens, yeah, that'd be great. But if we win and it doesn't happen, it'd be great.
The bigger you went against Denzel in college, you knew what kind of player he was, and obviously you faced him in practice and such here. What kind of development have you seen in him this year? I know it's not your job to break it down what he's doing, but
Yeah.
how's he improved?
Obviously, the beginning of the year, people tried to test him a little early on, thinking he's the rookie guy, they're going to take advantage. But he made a lot of plays. He played really well, and so I just think that he's been that guy all year. Yeah, he's been a little banged up, but he's been that guy all year, and so people just aren't testing him as much as they used to. They saw that he's able to make plays, he's comfortable, and I just think, where he's at in our defense in the right spot at the right time because he's doing his job at a high level, and I think that's why he's very successful. He's instinctive, and he obviously makes plays.
And as a quarterback, do you have that in your mindset when you go out there that you know that the corner on the other team that you either need to stay away from or be careful around?
Yeah, there's always guys that you need to keep track of where they're at, but he's one of those guys.
Baker, this is the second game against you. Have your feelings changed at all?
No, I said what I said. It's another week, but we got to hit the reset button. We got to be able to come in, block out the distractions, block out the outside noise like we have week to week every time this season, and be able to do our job.
Do you expect any kind of carryover from their side, from those comments? Maybe those players will be pissed off or whatever?
That's all right. Football's an angry, violent game. If you play anything but pissed off. I don't think you're doing it right.
Is that something that you guys will use again as fuel or anything?
No, I think the guys know what we want to do to finish out the year, and right now the goal is to beat the Bengals because it's our next game. That's the most important one of the year, and that's how we have to handle it.
It's been a while since the Denver game, obviously, that this group hasn't talked to you. Could you assess your play in each half of that game?
I talked after the game. Did you not make the trip?
Did not make the trip and did not watch the film with you. I just wanted to
All right, fair enough. Obviously didn't make all the throws I wanted to, and it definitely was not our prettiest game at all, but a win is a win, and finding a way to win on the road is hard, and it's something that we're not going to take for granted, but that's a lot of great tape there that we watched to be able to learn from, how to handle things better, how to settle in, and just realizing if we do our job better, we don't have to make it as hard on ourselves.
Did he reach out to you since the last game, or vice versa?
No comment.
Did after the Carolina game, you appealed to the fans to come out for this last game? So what are your expectations?
It's the last home game. You know what? It's every year it feels like a very, very long off season. Like you're waiting for that first game, that first home game for a long time. And so I'm expecting the fans to show up and show support. Last home game of the year, and just for us to be able to finish out on a high note, that'd be great to have that support there.
Baker, how does playing pissed off factor into playing quarterback?
Just motivated. You know what? There's things that if you're able to do your job, you can handle it however you want. But if you're playing fiery, emotional, which is how I do it, just focused, determined, just a little extra motivation.
You've from day one have talked about wanting to turn this program around and being the leader of that, having won 4 or 5. Do you kind of get the sense that you're starting to do that? You're not where you want to be just yet, but that you can finally maybe feel things starting to turn the corner a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Yeah, like you said, we're not there yet. We're not satisfied, but there's progress, and that's something to not take very lightly. To realize what we have and to continue to do that and build on it. Not be satisfied with how we're doing it. Continue to find ways to improve and get better. But yeah, ever since I've been comfortable enough, kind of let my personality show and let all that go, we've started to see everybody else do that, and it's a culture change.
Are you noticing the fans kind of feeding off your personality a little bit too, with some of the catchphrases you've thrown out there and whatnot?
Yeah, a little bit, which it makes it fun. Not like a lot of that is playing into a factor of how the game goes, but that makes it all the more enjoyable when you have that support. When when you have people that have those shirts, those sayings, and you wake up and you see those people wearing those shirts and they say those things and you're on the streets, it makes it fun, and it makes it feel like this is a whole team effort, which it is.
Do you anticipate that there will be a fair amount of anti-Q backlash from the fans in the stands, and if there is, what impact might that have on you guys as players?
Obviously, people are entitled to their own opinions. I've said that. So we'll see. I'm not going to take any guesses, but like I said, you have to block out the noise. You got to block out distractions. You got to be able to do your job. So that's something that we're going to do regardless. It's focused on doing our job, but that energy that the crowd's going to bring, positive or whatever it is, we're going to feel that, and it's going to be an energy that's encouraging us to win.
Earlier in the year, the Tampa game, you made the remark that any points are precious points and you should take the points. Do you feel the same way about the decision in Denver?
No, I was talking about first half. First half, taking the points. Yeah, obviously, there's different mindsets you can have. But as I talked about after the game, if we get that first down, nobody says anything. But then, if you kick a field goal, it's not a guarantee. But if you kick the field goal and make them score a touchdown, you could say that was a smart decision. But you can play it however you want, but we're an aggressive team. And I'm happy with what we did. Obviously not happy with how we executed, but we won the game, and that's all that matters. And we got to move on from that.
Question about John Dorsey from the standpoint. He put this team together. Does he maintain much of a presence with the team? And does he maintain much of a personal relationship with you, or is it the coach and player time this time of year?
It's pretty much coach and player time, but his presence is still felt when he's walking around with his Air Monarchs and his sweater.
Obviously, you've strung a lot of wins in Oklahoma. This team hasn't done it. You're starting to do it now. How do you do that? How do you win 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, like you guys had a chance to do?
Kind of like I talked about while we were losing. We had to find, the positive things and harp on that. continue to do those. And now that we've kind of put some wins together, it's find out what we're doing wrong, eliminate that, and build on it. And so you don't have to worry about the little things. The less you have to worry about outside distractions or little details that it's second nature, the better your team can be because they can focus on the real goal and get their job done. So you continue to build and eliminate the negative stuff, and I think that's where we're at right now, and we need to continue to do it. Not take it for granted, not be satisfied, but continue to do it.
Since we last talked, the playoffs became even more of a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I mean, do you think about that or talk about that at all?
No. We want to win our last 2 games, and if the guys on this team don't want to do that, they need to get out. That's quite frankly how I feel. We got a lot of guys that are playing on their contract year. That also doesn't need to be a distraction. You need to go out and do your job. The best thing that we can do right now is win football, and right now it's Cincinnati Bengals is our goal.
And if you do win out, you will finish with a winning record. Is that something that you guys are eyeing?
That'd be great, but obviously we'd love to be in a better position right now. Be talking about playoffs, having our control of our own destiny, but you know what? We just need to win out and see what happens.
There's a lot of talk about the touchdown play to Callaway. You made it. You saw something. You made it an adjustment, a change, and it worked out. How much of that are you finding yourself doing now, and what does it mean to you that Freddie has really empowered you to take that step so early in your career?
Yeah, no, that's a lot of trust right there. Allowing me to be able to change calls, change formation, and just get us in the best position to win. And that's what it comes down to. You know, he can call a play, but the thing we talk about is if it doesn't look good, get us on a good look. Make sure that we're in a position to have a good play, positive play, eliminate the negative stuff. And so, yeah, he trusts me enough, and we talk and communicate enough to where I understand what he wants to do, how he wants to accomplish it, and that's where that comes from.
Are you getting interested yet in the coaching search?
No.
About 2 minutes, guys.
Baker, it looked like you had a pretty big smirk on your face when you were making some adjustments down there on the last play for the go-ahead touchdown. Did you know what you had and that it was going to work?
I knew what I had. I don't remember smiling. I guess that's just, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I knew what I had, and Callaway won, and so that's putting our guys in position to win. And he did a great job winning one-on-one in a slant route down in the red zone and making a play.
When you think about leadership, how much from your point of view is based on production on the field and how much is, talk and getting guys going?
It can go hand in hand, but once you establish the type of person you are, you have the respect of those people, and they know how hard you work, they're going to trust you. They're going to follow your lead. It's not always about production, but yeah, that helps. It's very easy to follow people that produce, but genuine people and people that earn your respect, I think, goes a long way too.
Hey, Baker's too much made of National Signing Day. I know you were like the 238th ranked player in Texas.
Come on, man. Golly.
And you won a Heisman Trophy and all, but do we make too much of it? Is it too much emphasis put on that? It's unfair to kids, you know what I mean?
I have mixed feelings about it. Because social media plays a huge part in that now. And all these kids think that it's the greatest day of their lives, and they get their heads blown up during the recruiting process, and that's just kind of how that stuff works now. But it's a rude awakening for a lot of those kids once they get to college. You got to earn your way in. It doesn't matter how you get there. You got to earn your way once you're in there. You got to work for it.
30 seconds, guys.
Guys that decide where they're going to school. I'm not taking anything away from that, because when you decide where you're going, that's a special moment of where you're going to take that next step in your career, where you're going to start that future, your journey. And so it's an exciting time, but I think it's blown out of proportion, absolutely.
Do you think it helped you more? Do you think it helped you to not have that kind of a spotlight at such an early age and have it come later on?
Absolutely. I think going through some tough times early on taught me to be tough, how to fight through challenges, adversity, all the things like that. And going through tough times makes people stronger, and I truly believe that. Good.
Thank you. All right, guys, coming to you. You're up.
Guess how many SEC schools were on the top 25? 13. 11. Yeah. 11. Nice is right, though. That's a very good guess. It's turning this way. 11. They get the best players. That's fine. That's right, everybody from the NFL. 4 of the top 5 are SEC schools. Number 2 recruiting class in the country is Texas A&M. Texas A&M has won exactly nothing ever. And they're the number 2 recruiting class in the country. I just think they're going to win championships. Whatever. We don't have time for coming up next. The schools. See me.
Hey, Gibbs. You guys are good. I'm stacking here, so when you guys come back, we'll be good.
Yeah, Under Siege is on right now. It was on last night. I watched it for like an hour.
I turned you guys down when Baker was talking.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I was it holds up. It's good. Ryback?
Yeah.
Ryback?
Hold on a second right now. By the way, did you guys know the Browns are 8.5 right now?
Okay.
It's up to 8.5.
I had it 7.5.
8.5.
Wow. Is that what we're going off of? 8.5?
Yeah.
Are you on Odds Maker?
Yes. All right, you ready? Tell me what this
Yeah.
is. Washington plus 10, Baltimore plus 4.5,
Yep.
Tampa plus 7,
Yep.
Bills plus 13, no line for Falcons Panthers, Jacksonville 4.5.
Why is that?
Because
of
of
Cam.
Cam. Giants plus 9 at Indy, Texans 2.5, Vikings minus 6, Cincy 8.5.
Are we comboing here?
Rams 14.
Yeah.
Bears minus 4.
We're going to have to fly through these.
Steelers.
No, we're
5.5.
coming back here in like 30 seconds.
Chiefs minus 2.5.
And then we're good till
Denver
55.
minus 2.5.
Yep.
Thank you, Matty. Can you have some music underneath us?
Sure.
Thanks, sir.
Exactly, Ron Hampton, Casey Ryback. And he gets the chick at the end. I like how the one guy's trying to impress Erica Liniak, and he's like, man, I came here, I'm on the GI Bill. I'm here to get my college paid for. I'm not fighting. And then Ryback goes, this is the Navy, son. It's an adventure. And then Liniak goes, here, I'm in. And then the guy tries getting a gun. Liniak, who 10 minutes ago didn't want to touch a gun, now all of a sudden knows how to load like an AK-47. Hands it to him. Let's go battle. Fantastic.
Good movie.
It's an adventure,
movie.
son.
What was the train
do they
one?
make movies like that anymore?
What was the train one?
Under
that
Siege
you-
2.
Under Siege 2 is on a train.
Yeah.
They ran
You're
it back.
listening to Cleveland Browns Daily
ran it
on
back.
All right, guys, coming back.
WKNR.
What was the movie with Keanu that they ran back? First he was on a boat, and then he was on a bus.
Speed.
Yeah. Or maybe it was the other way around. First boat.
Yeah.
Bus, then boat, nonetheless.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Or, of course, we're ready.
Hurry into Value City Furniture, your new reclining destination for the best and largest selection of power reclining furniture. We have just a spot for you to kick back on game days or any day. So shop Value City Furniture today and online at VCF.com. It is time for the Rallies. Pick 'em. Presented by Rallies. The Rallies pick of the week is funnel cake fries, fried to perfection, topped with powdered sugar. These funnel cake fries take the cake. Rallies, fast foodies, know the deal.
Money Mitch approved.
Yeah, Money Mitch approved. They came in today with like a strawberry shortcake funnel fry.
Oh, I will talk about that. It's great.
Oh, you
detail.
have detail on that.
Not
All
only-
right.
I have
It is
detail.
time for
the scores. Pay attention to the scores. Last week,
not great.
Record keeping. I went 10-5-1. We pushed the Houston game. You 3-12-1.
3-12-1.
For the
Hanging on by a
season,
thread.
Huh.
I am now
That's good and
43
terrible.
games over 500. Beau 21 games over 500.
with
Separation
the
Saturday.
scores.
The scores.
Yeah, I can't catch you, but I also have
But
to.
you have done a great service for
We've
the
done
people.
just fine. We've done just fine before, but you can't chase when you're doing the scores. You can't chase.
Got to stay true to your methods.
Stay true to your people.
By the way, this year though, the crazy no sense spreads. I think I'm batting. I might be batting 1,000 on those.
Yeah, you've done good on those. All right,
Gentlemen, let's get going.
Shall we?
Saturday, foosball. Saturday, Washington, Tennessee. Tennessee still with a chance. Washington, they're there, but I don't know. Gentlemen, what say you?
Washington goes on the road, beats the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, who I don't think is very good, they're saying this is a blowout. I don't buy it. Tennessee, 24. Washington, 15.
Titans, 19. Redskins, 7.
I knew he was going to say 7.
And away we go.
Here we go.
Saturday night foosball. Baltimore and the L.A. Chargers. Big playoff implications for everyone involved.
Philip Aloysius Rivers is going to sneak away and steal the MVP
Aloysius.
in the last 2 weeks of the season because Kansas City's going to lose at Seattle this weekend, and your L.A.
Spoiler alert.
Superchargers are going to win the AFC West, and P. Riv is going to win the most valuable player, and it starts with a convincing win over Baltimore with the world watching on Saturday night. L.A. Chargers, 27, Baltimore, 12.
Same.
There's no Thursday night football.
No, it's gone.
It's sad. It's the beginning of the end.
I know.
Sunday, we go to 1 o'clock. Tampa Bay, no Pro Bowl reps. Playing out the string, visiting the Dallas Cowboys, coming off a loss, and all of a sudden it's a race again in the NFC East, gentlemen.
Dallas needs this game. They were just shut out last week. Dallas, 50. Bucks, 44. Yeah, got him. Lured him right in.
Dallas,
so fast, my friend.
Lured him right in. Oh,
Dallas,
I got you now.
71. Bucks, 7.
Jameis Winston says, "Oh, hello, back door. I'd like to walk right through." Boom.
We'll see you at 3:05 for that meeting.
That's not a meeting. That's a term in the parlance of our times.
And you thought you were leaving early today, Mr. Bishop. Buffalo
I don't
visiting
know what is wrong with
New
you guys
England
or what
in
you're
the
implying, but shame on
AFC
both of you.
East. Tom Brady. Oof, what last week?
This would be one of those ones where you would say, well, clearly the scores would go a certain way. Clearly there would be a rebound nature with your New England Patriots. I don't think they can run away from anyone. New England, 20. Buffalo, 13.
Try again. Just give me. You can have the same difference between the two teams' scores, but give me more than 13. I'm counting on Josh Allen. I need to hear more.
41-34. Would that make it
beautiful?
Better for you?
Yes. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
We move on.
Thank
from
you.
The AFC East to the NFC South. Falcons visiting the Panthers in a game that means nothing.
Atlanta, 1 million. Heineken, 0.
Same. We did not even know. I've never heard of this kid who was playing for the Carolina Panthers.
Apparently, he caught the eye of scouts first at a Shrine Bowl practice game.
I've never heard of him.
Of Old Dominion.
You said his name. I said Heineken. You said no, not Heineken. But it'd be better if it were.
The Miami Dolphins in the playoff thick of it, depending on what happens this weekend, hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars in Florida.
Two
Because they're
teams
both
that
from
looked
Florida.
Absolutely dreadful.
CK. How about you see him 9 to 17, 56 yards? Can I interest you in that?
You cannot. I will not be interested in that.
No, you will not.
Dolphins 6, Jags 0.
Same.
It's time for a pick and a team that you know all too well, Mr. Zegura. The G-Men visiting the red-hot Indianapolis Colts. No, we're not shutting down Odell Beckham. He'll be out there on Sunday.
God bless
What
him.
say you?
Is he going to be out there? He didn't practice today.
Shermer said he is not being shut down.
Good job out of them.
I
You hear me,
agree.
Joe Philbin?
Screw
Good
this
job out of you.
shutdown stuff.
Colts 80, Giants 1.
Same.
That was quick. That
Colts
escalated
defense
quickly.
is good.
Yeah.
Giants are not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Oh, wait. I had that the other way. Colts, 81. G-Men, 74. I misread that.
Wow.
Sorry.
But you had such conviction.
You
really did.
You had one foot out the door, my
you
friend.
always
By
go
the way,
G-Men.
I just had
You
them
always go G-Men.
80-1, a 79-point win for the Colts. You say same emphatically and then change your mind.
81-74.
You changed the differential by 73 points.
It's fine. There's nothing to see here. And yet there's everything to see.
And yet there's everything to see here.
Another big one. It's a 1 o'clocker. Philly hosting the Houston Texans, 10-4, 7-7. Here we go.
Okay, I had to verify that I wrote this down correctly because when you look at it, this seems to be nonsensical, right?
Yep.
Nick Foles, all he does is win.
That's all he knows how to do.
Foles, 24. Watson, 21.
Same.
By the way, the general, Mr. McNair, or not McNair, McLean. Go back and read his tweets from last Saturday's game at the end.
He's done with the Texans.
He is
Furious.
done with the Texans.
Venom.
He goes, this is an embarrassment to the National Football League, what I'm seeing from this football team. They shouldn't even be allowed to play football.
That's awesome.
Never mind the fact they're 10-4 now. Yeah. Minnesota, Detroit. Minnesota right in the thick of it. Matter of fact, if the playoffs started today, they would be the last team in the NFC.
I don't know if anybody watched them against the Dolphins.
I did. They figured out that you could run the ball.
Oh, Dalvin Cook, he's good.
Oh, he's
Why
good.
don't we
What
give
a
it
wonderful
to him?
thing.
Vikings,
Can't believe I got
50.
there. Come on.
Lions, 3.
Same.
The Packers. Maybe they'll play Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they won't. Dumb Joe Philbin. They travel to New York to take on the Jets.
Again, we have nothing really to go on
From a scorer's perspective.
None.
from the scores.
None.
But I will give you one anyway. Assuming no Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, jeez.
Jets, 22. Pack, 13.
Assuming Rodgers plays. Packers, 27. Jets, 13.
What if he doesn't play? What if he does?
I just went
He
cross-eyed.
confirmed he is.
Confirmed that
confirmed
he
it.
is.
Oh!
Wait a second.
Oh! Whoa. All the bets are in?
Wait a second.
That'll be it?
Bets are
they
in.
Wave, the bets are
No,
in.
but I
You wave
said,
the hand
but prior
across.
to my, first of all,
You've turned in
nobody's
your
betting
ticket.
anything. I said if
All the
Aaron
bets are
Rodgers
made?
doesn't play.
Sir, I'm sorry,
Did I
sir.
not say that? Was there not a caveat?
I don't know. We'll have to see. The good thing is we have a full transcript of everything on this show from 1 o'clock to 3. Literally everything's on the transcript.
No, it's gonna
Boy.
begin at 1:15 today.
I wonder if we'll have
There's
that
a
one.
hiccup.
Full transcript.
There's a hiccup.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hitch.
You're relying on people outside of this room.
All right, don't we have to
That's all
hurry?
I'm
I think
saying.
we're about out of time
Yeah.
here.
4 o'clock games. Rams, Cardinals. Good versus really not so good.
Rams, $1 billion. Cardinals, 15 more, less than that, or
Same.
more.
Same.
Bears,
Same.
49ers. 49ers hosting.
Bears, 87. Rick Mears, 0.
Total trap game, by the way.
Their defense is too good. They don't believe in trap games.
Bears, 27. Chris
No.
Mullen, 24.
49ers win this game.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Pittsburgh, New Orleans, the game of the week. America's game of the week, but not the
1 minute.
team. Pittsburgh, New Orleans, quickly.
New Orleans, 28. Pittsburgh, 24.
Same.
Kansas City, Seattle, the Sunday nighter.
Seattle, already said it.
Kansas City,
Monday night, Denver, Oakland. God, is that terrible. Happy Christmas.
Unmitigated disaster.
Denver, 27. Oakland, 24.
We're done.
Quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Quickly.
you heard about these
Quickly.
fries. They are so darn good. They take the cake. If you're a fan of their famous seasoned fries, then you're going to love the funnel cake fries. Funnel cake batter shaped in fry form, then fried to golden perfection, topped with powdered sugar. Plus, you can kick it up a notch and get it loaded with powdered sugar, strawberry topping, and whipped cream. I had it today. It was an absolute delight. Beau Pedman loved it. It's everything you love about the State Fair brought right to your car or home. Rally says money. Mitch said fast foodies know the deal.
I'll see you boys Christmas Eve. Go Browns.
Merry Christmas.
CBD, 850 WKNR.
Later, guys.
You've been listening to Clear.